Good day. You should have a booklet that says conversion for prefixes. We're going to go through the first couple of pages in this video, and then the rest of it I'm going to have to scribble out or write out and show you in a separate video. We see something called prefixes. Pre means before, and these abbreviations for these prefixes give us the power of 10. So if you see you have a megagram, that means you have 10 to the 6 grams. And if you have a millimeter, it means you have 10 to the minus 3 meters. So they convey information. It says SI prefixes. SI stands for Système International. So this is in the world of science. I think it's based in France, in Paris. That's why it's French. And these are agreed upon metric prefixes. And we like them because their power is a 10, which makes conversions quite easy. But often in chemistry, you have to do conversions because we often operate in very small numbers. If you're trying to get the mass of a single atom, it's going to be a tiny number. The textbook outlines how to do these conversions, and if you like their way, that's fine. I think I've got a simpler way, and that's what I'll be outlining here. First of all, you have to look at the question. So if we're asked to go centimeters to kilometers, gigameters to decimeters, or millimeters to meters, then we have to have some clue what that means. So when we look at centimeters, centi is 10 to the minus 2, kilos 10 to the plus 3, that's why it's a difference of 5. Then we have giga versus deci, and we see giga way up here is 10 to 9, deci, the little d, 10 to the minus 1, and that's a difference of 10. And then we have milli going to meters. There's no prefix in the meters, so milli is 10 to the minus 3, and that's why the difference is 3. We're looking at the difference in the exponents from where we're starting to where we finish. Now, if we look at centimeters to kilometers, we are moving up the chart. We're moving from tiny units to big units, or much bigger units. And that means we don't need as many of these bigger units. So anytime you're starting and going up the chart, it's a negative in front of the power difference. So this would be 10 to the minus 5. We look at giga to deci. So here's our giga to deci. We're going down the chart. So it would be a plus 10. And millimeters, we're starting here, going to meters, going up the chart. So that would be a minus 3. And that's what we talked about in the next step. So there we are, centimeters to kilometers, 10 to minus 5, going the opposite direction would be 10 to plus 5. You have to be able to visualize this, but if you can't visualize it, then you better follow the steps. So it talks about up the table, you stick a minus, down the table, a plus. So it is time to try some examples. This is a standard kind of question. We're going from centimeters to micrometers. So here's our centi right here, and we're going to micro. So we're going down the chart if I read it carefully, and I did. So my power difference going from centi is 10 to the minus 2. This is 10 to the minus 6. So my power difference is 4, and it's going to be a plus 4 because I went down the chart. So now I just take my 4583, multiply by 10 to the plus 4, and then I put it into proper scientific notation. So you can do this multiplication on your calculator, and then once you've done that, you're ready to convert it to proper scientific notation, and that clears up any uncertainty about sig figs. I started with 4 sig figs, so I finish with 4 sig figs. Now here I have milligrams to kilograms. So I look at my chart and I say, okay, milli minus 3, and was it kilograms? Hope it was. 10 to the plus 3. So there's my minus 3 going to plus 3. So my difference is plus 6, but this time, because I'm going up the chart, it's a minus 6. So I'm going to write down 89 times 10 to the minus 6, and then I put it into proper sig figs. So 89 times 10 to the minus 6 is the same as 8.9 times 10 to the minus 5. If you can do that conversion straight, that's fine. These are notes. It's just trying to show you what you're up to. Centimeters to meters. Well, this one you should be able to do in your head after years and years of math. So here's our centi, and we're going to meters, no prefix, -2, going to 0, a difference of 2. We're going up the chart, so it's a -2. Now I go 0.15 times 10 to the -2, and I get 0.0015, which is 1.5 times 10 to the -3. So again, that should be straightforward. The next examples will either be typed or handwritten, depending what I get around to. But make sure you can handle this because you'll see lots of it in the coming chapters.